Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
Welcome back to another episode of Wrath and Story. I'm the Imperial Scribe of this vessel, the Flexible Demeanor, and it is my pleasure to document the many adventures of J. Jones, Andrew Dickinger, and their Servo Skull companion, Daniel Fernandez. Before we kick things off, a quick reminder to check our new Patreon at patreon.com/wrath-and-story. You'll be supporting the show while getting access to exclusive content, like bonus episodes and our soon-to-be-released Kevin Kevinson series, as well as other exciting exclusive content. I'd definitely check it out. Now, back to the show. When you last left them, our boys attended an exclusive auction, and along with 9 lucky others, won the chance to receive a vision. A vision gifted by a mysterious group of witches, the old creepy kind, not the sexy, torturing elf kind, and so they've readied themselves and make their way to these so-called vision seers. What will they find, I wonder? Let's find out.
All right, Daniel, turned you back on.
Hey there. Yeah.
Feels good being back in the old Eldar equipment with my chameleon cloak. I did keep the bow tie, though. I feel real fancy.
I feel like that's going to defeat the purpose of the chameleon cloak.
No. It's also chameleon bow tie, I think?
No, that's definitely not how it works.
I thought I put a switch on this. You know, if you put a switch on something, it can do stuff, right?
Also not how
Look,
things work.
I've been studying up a little bit on technology, and I know when you flip switches, it makes technology happen, baby.
What?
I feel like you may have missed a step in there, but...
Speaking of which, I found this extra switch on Daniel. Have you seen this before? Hold on, I better check this out. Watch this. I flip the switch and... Oh my god, a whole bunch of cards just shot out of his mouth.
Oh, I was not expecting that. Okay. Oh, this is the Emperor's Tarot. Have you ever seen this before?
The Emperor's Tarot? No.
Yeah, it's like a tarot deck. Like there's diviners who use it. Okay. I want you to take one of these cards, and I want you to think of this as like your life is kind of a... We could maybe call these campaign cards. I don't know. I don't have a metaphor.
Okay, sure enough. I sometimes like to think of my life as a campaign.
Yes. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw one of these cards, and it's going to give you sort of prediction of what could happen in your future.
Ooh.
And then you, when you feel like it, there's a chance you'll be able to sort of will it into existence.
Wait, I have control of my destiny in some way?
Yeah. in
This
some
is
way.
amazing.
Yeah, let's just go with that. I don't know if I like picking things. I'm usually kind of bad at this.
Yeah.
All right, I grab my card. I'm looking at it.
So I believe it's supposed to be a surprise. You're not supposed to say what it is.
My destiny's a surprise.
It's like a wish. It's like a wish. You can't say what it is. You have to hold on to it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna hold it inside. Did you get a good wish?
I'm not sure good is the right way to describe it. It'll... I don't know. I'm getting weird PTSD flashbacks here.
Oh, so it's good? Because I feel pretty good about mine.
So let me know, and we'll have those for a little while, and then you'll get a chance to invoke one of your... If you would like, you can invoke your destiny, or you could choose not to if you never really find a good time for it.
I feel like we're always following our destiny, so I think I'm definitely going to use this wish. Ooh, baby. Maybe it'll come up later. But anyways, Daniel, now that we're here and I've flipped all the appropriate switches, my bow tie and your face, what are we looking at here? I know we took a little shuttle to get over here.
Well, I should point out, Jay, that on the shuttle trip over, I was taking some of those hollow weapon training programs.
Oh, really?
You didn't notice me swing stuff?
Oh, you always look at different holograms and things. Remember that time you made a hologram for your room for organization?
I guess I didn't actually do it in real life. It was all digital.
Wait, you digitally organized your room, but
No, I
didn't
did-
do it physically?
No, I digitally did weapon training, but not physically.
Oh, so you like went inside your mind and learned how to punch better?
Yeah, I mean, my machine brain kind of just remembers it.
Oh, that's weird. That'd be crazy if you could just like download different ways to like fight and
Yeah,
fly.
that's what I did.
Wait, can I do that?
No,
Could you give me like a little earpiece that I could learn how to do that?
I'm not sure how that would help.
That's fine. I'll do my own stretching and I'll learn how to fight that way. All stretch-based fighting. Here we go. Couple squats. I'll come back to that later. But while we were in the shuttle flight, I put some bulletproof casing in my armor. Turns out there was this slot right here on the side. It felt really light because I took all the stuff out of it. Turns out that wasn't packing. That was the actual bulletproof casing that goes inside.
I also noticed you decided to take part of the ship apart to fill that in.
Well, I mean,
feel like that was important.
I felt like it wasn't, filling enough. So if you cram some more metal in there, it just makes it more durable. So now my toughness, I feel like went up quite a bit. And by quite a bit, I mean by 1. But, I feel a lot better. Like my resistance is up. I feel like I can soak a little bit more. If you could, count my life in the form of wounds, I would say I feel like I've got 1 more.
So you have a problem with me digitally learning abilities, but you don't have a problem of just taking parts of the ship off and then just cramming it into yourself.
I was going to say it's very weird. Normally, I'm the one who sort of talks about numbers. You're just really seeing the world and just more numbers that you're increasing.
Well, I feel like I've hung out with you for so long, Daniel.
We
that
have been hanging out for a while.
I'm
yes,
trying to
yes.
get on your level, and,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm starting to understand
So
this world.
one might say that you have 1 more point of toughness, and Andrew, you have 1 more point of weapon skill.
That is correct.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's an interesting way of looking at it.
So back to the point at hand, Daniel, that Jay first mentioned. What are we looking at approaching this?
Well, it's like kind of a black door. Like it almost looks like a big vaulted, like a vault. We came over here. There's kind of just like a.
Wait. It's a vault? You said it's a vault?
It's a vault.
It's a vault?
Totally not ominous or anything.
No. Like I don't know if you guys are. I don't do very well with vaults. You think this is like a safe vault, right?
Yeah, there's totally not chaos or colorful birds on the other side.
Okay. Well, hold on a second. What did you say? I
No,
just blacked
nothing.
out for a moment.
I don't. Well, hopefully we'll be okay. There are a bunch of other people here. There are all the other
Good.
auction winners.
So if anybody dies, they'll probably go first. Okay, I feel a lot better now.
I mean, if you stand in the back, they might go first.
Yeah,
So,
Let's stand in the back for sure.
Yeah, look, you only live twice. Like, let's not push our luck.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of people here. I see Mitsiru's over there.
Yeah, let's maybe keep our distance.
yeah.
I don't know if we want to poke that bear.
But I
Yeah.
feel like maybe you could turn on a little bit of that charm, Andrew. Turn this whole bad situation around, remember?
That did not
Remember
work.
that nice dinner date?
It didn't work out well the
Oh,
first
man,
time.
there was some magic in the air that night. Remember, I was hiding near, I think it was a fern, or was it a bush?
It was some kind of shrubbery.
Yeah.
You died shortly afterwards. It was
Oh, come on, we
confusing.
don't need to bring that up. The night was going well before that.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't really the same night. I think it was the next. Never mind.
Look, time's strange.
It's all a blur.
Let's not talk about an old show. So let's. It looks like all of these other people here are pretty important, though. Like, if they all are going to see this vision, like, we might kind of be in a race with them. I don't know if we want to. I don't think we have time to like talk to all of them, but we can
Race.
sort of like
Okay,
look.
quick. Andrew, get low to the ground. We'll tie all of their shoelaces together, but not just to one another, like to different groups of people, so they'll start
None of
knocking
them
each
have
other.
shoelaces.
God, my plan's falling completely
That is
apart.
kind of crazy that none of them have shoelaces, but they're all like
It's mostly buckles.
a lot of buckles.
Swear that guy has Velcro.
Wow, when you're really rich, you just don't need shoelaces anymore. That's wild.
Yeah.
Wealth. It's nuts, right?
So Mitsiru's over there. There's I think we could probably talk to like 2 or 3 of them before the doors open. But
Yeah, it looks
besides
like
the-
there's 7 total beyond Mitsiru.
Yeah, and us obviously, but we're too good. We're awesome.
Do we need to talk to 7 other people?
Nah, no, we don't need to talk to all of them, but what about this cool person right here? I'm going to tap on their shoulder.
Okay. So,
Whose shoulder did
Roll
I
a
just tap
die.
on?
oh yeah, that'd be great. You should roll a dice. That's how we'll figure it out.
All right, rolling a die. Here we go. I'll roll 2d6. I got 12. I talked to all of them instantaneously
You should
through
roll
the power
a
of
6.
psychic.
Roll a 6-sided dice.
Come on, but then there's 2 people we can't talk to. All right, here we go. I roll a 6. I got a 5.
Okay.
It's a success, but not a wrath.
This was a mistake. Okay. You think you were tapping this guy in the shoulder, but you actually kind of poke him in the back of the head accidentally.
Oh my gosh.
He has a big bald head. And he whirls around and glares at you.
There has never been a better greeting ever than to poke somebody in the dead center of the back of their bald head.
Yeah. He's a little short, so you thought that might have been like shoulder,
Nice.
but it actually was.
I'm
his
really
head.
winning this person over.
Yeah. Hey, what's your deal? What's going on?
My name is Jay. My deal is friendliness, and I'm here to learn more about you. What's your name?
I'm Fester Shinetop.
Fester Shinetop.
That's a name.
You don't say. Shinetop.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, I'm
Fester.
bald.
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say that you've got a shiny. You know what? It's in the name.
Wait,
literally.
so did you give yourself your surname?
I didn't pick it, but it has sort of been attached to me.
Well,
if
it's
you
nice
will.
that you've accepted it. You've really kind of worked it in. I like it. Fester, did you pick that one as well?
My parents gave me that.
Well,
one.
I think it's a beautiful name. Fester, Fester, Fester. Anyways, what are you doing here? Obviously, you're here to check out the vision, but
That's pretty much it. I'm sort of new to this rogue trading business. I just inherited this warrant from my family, and well, it's not really a warrant of trade. It's a little less. It's a terms of trade, which is something that the Lords look. It
Fester,
doesn't
it's
matter.
very, very interesting, I swear. But can I do like a?
Yeah.
Can I do like a? Is it awareness or just or would it be an investigation? Oh, that's really bad. To learn a little bit more about this guy, like, can I like see if he's like armed? Does he have like any kind of like special gear on him?
Yeah. I think that would be awareness, just sort of checking him out, seeing his whole deal.
All right, here we go. Awareness check on Fester.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
Okay. He seems he almost looks like an Arbitus. Like he has a shotgun, and like he actually even has like a stun stick that you would use to like break down a riot. Though he does have a as many rogue traders do, he has a sort of piratey looking sword
Of
on
course,
his,
standard.
As
Yeah.
long as he doesn't, it's a shock stick and not a shock maul.
Yeah,
then
that's
I'm
very
okay.
important.
It is not a shock maul, no.
Idiot.
But I'm sorry. What did you roll?
I rolled a 3.
Okay, that's fine. The difficulty was 3.
Yes.
So he doesn't. If he's hiding anything else, you don't really notice it. This guy seems to be honest, maybe you dealt with one of the least interesting people here.
Perfect.
He seems a little pushy, to be perfectly honest. Like he's just sort of glaring at you. I think he is kind of done talking to you already. But
Now, Fester. I hear that if there's
Yeah.
anything dangerous in these rooms, it's important to be at the very front so that you're right by the door because it usually leads to safety. So I recommend that you stand right at the front, and we'll just hang out towards the back.
yeah, I don't. Ugh. You're a waste of time. And he sort of pushes past you towards the front.
Nice meeting you, Fester.
I want to go up and tap the shoulder of another one and test my
Now
luck.
wait, he's got to roll to see if he pokes them in the back of their head.
Yeah. I just thought that was because he was bald, so you might poke. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
3.
3. Okay.
Now that wasn't a success, so he pokes them in the elbow.
Okay. You see the person that you poke in the, I guess, elbow is a young-looking, though with rogue traders, you can never really tell.
Augmentation.
Yeah, augmentations and whatnot. A young-looking woman who has a sort of big, curly, slightly reddish hair, sort of a darker red.
Your hair is very curly.
Oh, thanks. And you see that she whirls around, gives you a big old smile, and she actually was like literally like shuffling some cards in her hand when she looks around. She says, "Oh, hey, I don't think I've seen you before."
No, I'm Andrew. I actually have just recently become acquainted with cards.
Man, Andrew always knows the smoothest things to say to the ladies.
Oh, do you play
What game?
anything? I'm a big fan of poker. But I could be down for all sorts of stuff.
I may have dabbled in poker.
Oh my
a
God.
day or two.
He lost so much money.
Well, I I'm sure you are an incredible poker player. I wouldn't want to get involved in a game with you. I mean, I'm okay in myself. I occasionally get lucky. I mean, that's how I won my warrant of trade. But
I'm sorry, you're so good at poker that you want a warrant of rogue trading?
Hey, excuse me. Two of us are having a conversation here.
Just saying, if she's that good at poker, and look, let's admit you're not very good at it, that she won an entire warrant of trade. Just
no, I bet this robot man, Andrew.
Yes.
No, I bet
she does know that you're a robot, man. That's correct.
Yeah, I bet you could analyze like all the probability and stuff.
I could,
You know?
and excuse the weird Eldari man.
She's pulling you in, man. She's pulling you in. This is a hustle.
You're showing your ears by eavesdropping over
Hey,
here.
man, you don't gotta comment on. They look really nice.
Shoo.
All right, I'm out of here.
And she actually has like a small like entourage of people with her, and they're all just sort of laughing at this. They all kind of look oh man, scoundrel seems almost offensive to call them, but she kind of looks like she just has a bunch of scoundrels hanging out with her.
Douchey? You could call them douchey.
They're not necessarily bad, but they look like they've probably done some crimes.
Pompous? A little
They look real crimey.
crimey?
Yeah,
Crimey,
Let's
the
call
new
them
term.
crimey.
That's definitely better than scoundrels.
Yeah, I feel like scoundrel has that it's got a little bit of that flair that maybe they do
This
something
is a
good
little
for
bit
the
of a
kids.
tier below that. They're crimey.
But you, elf guy, why'd you scare the elf guy away? Elf guy.
Whoa. I mean, the proper term is Eldari, but
Yeah. Elf guy. So, you got... I don't think I've ever seen you before either. You in like the cold trade? I can hook you up.
Did you say the coal trade?
The cold trade? Oh, never mind.
Hold on a second.
Never mind.
That was
Never-
my test to see if you knew what you were also talking about. That we all know that we're talking about. My scholar skill is very bad.
I feel like this is deception.
That's deception what you're doing right now.
I was trying to remember what cold is. Here we go.
While he's doing that, can I do a scholar check to see if I have any idea?
My deception is so good. You're going to be so mad if I get this right with such a crappy response like that. Here we go.
What?
My deception is a 9. What do I need to succeed on this?
Difficulty is going to be 5.
Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Baby.
Okay, she raises an eyebrow a little bit, but is willing to go along with it. Andrew, let's see if you know what the cold trade is.
And
difficulty 3.
And whether or not I share that information with Jay.
Oh, come on.
I actually pass, and I got a 6 on my wrath die.
Oh, man.
All right, so not only do you know what the cold trade is, which is the sort of term for trading in Xenos artifacts that are found in the particularly this part of the galaxy.
The reason I know that is because of the rogue trader we work with, which is Hardin, who deals in Xenos goods.
Exactly.
And that's the reason I know
So,
that.
but Hardin is a little more open about it. Because he has absolutely no shame about it, whereas the cold trade is sort of like the under the table sort of thing. And here's what I'm giving you: the 6. You realize all of a sudden, like, oh, you've heard of this woman before. Like, she didn't quite. You've maybe like read about her before. You haven't. When you looked at her, she was being a little charming, trying to play you off, trying to cheat you at
deceiving.
cards.
So I do a very loud, audible "oh" as I'm staring at her.
This is Abby Russell. She is a notorious card shark and a little bit of a former pirate and a scoundrel. She is relatively new to this whole rogue trading thing because she very recently won her warrant of trade in a game of cards.
That may or may not have.
Did you get all
been
those details from
legitimate.
like a schematic coming
Oh
down
yeah,
across
I mean
your
this,
face?
this is what I see in my robot vision. Is
Yeah.
literally just a trail of
Yeah.
text.
And
Meanwhile, I'm in the
all
back.
in binary.
I'm going up to people. Do you have any ice cubes or anything like that?
Yeah.
I need to borrow them.
We'll get back to what you were saying, but yeah, and she has been going around. She's not one of those rogue traders that it's establishing like a big trading empire or anything. She's just one of those who's like just making money hand over. Just I'm gonna make money in the short game.
I'm a get what I want type
Yeah.
of type of rogue trader.
And she has a lot of friends from her former life who work with her still.
At least you described her as scoundrel and not as crimey.
Is this like if the classic Data Slate Oliver Twist grew up to just become rogue traders? Like all of them?
A little bit. More like the Dodgers, the Artful Dodgers, because Oliver Twist like gets adopted, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a good kid.
He's a good egg.
He's not crimey enough.
Yeah. So meanwhile, she's sort of looking at you, Jay. You've succeeded at bluffing and pretending that you know what the cold trade is. Even
I'm
if you have
going to say
no
I
idea.
succeeded because my facial expressions when I responded were so unsettling.
Yes. Well, if you got any like spirit stones or anything, I can help you unload those for a good amount of thrones. You just let me know.
I mean, spirit stones, are they cold? I mean, I guess there's ghosts inside of them, right? That's how they work?
Yeah, you're funny. You're funny.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, how many spirit stones you got, Jay?
Oh, man,
Just
so
lying
many,
around?
so many cold spirit stones. Am I doing this right?
Yeah, they're cold. That's totally the reason why that's
So it is,
great.
it's just cold material.
Sure.
Okay, hold on a second. Your face, I'm trying to read it real quick. Are you...
I've engaged binary mode, and it's just deadpan.
You son of a bitch. Leaving me out in the cold, quite
Yeah.
literally.
Yes, that's also what it's about.
You know what? I'm going to step away for a moment and think about spirit stones.
And as you step away, you actually see there's somebody else coming around introducing himself to everyone on his own. He is being, he looks like a very, I guess maybe you'd call him a gentleman. Like he's very well dressed. He looks like just sort of like a typical sort of highborn noble type.
Is he, now, hold on a second. Is he wearing a tux?
He is not wearing a tux, but he's wearing, very fashionable clothing. Dressed in all white, though. Like fashionable looking, but in all white.
Oh, wow. That
And
is, I mean, that's really rolling the dice on how horribly dangerous this station is.
Also, it's not the cleanest place, I
Yes.
feel.
He's talked to some people here and there. You see one guy's like literally spit on him, and he just sort of bristles a little bit and then walks over. As he's wiping his cravat off, with his other hand, he offers to shake your hand, Jay.
Oh,
Hello there.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. My name is Cody the Third. I'm from the Pope Dynasty.
Oh, Cody the Third from the Pope Dynasty? Oh,
Yes. But I'm sorry, but yes, I'm here representing my family. And what's your name, sir or madam? Sir. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sir. It's Jay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jay. I've not met too many Eldar in my travels. So.
Oh, well, it's Eldar.
Eldar. Oh goodness, I'm sorry.
No worries, but
No, I need to address you with respect. Oh, do you have any titles? Are you a sir?
some people might say I'm a
Oh, here we go.
master of adventure, a chief treasure hunter, ass kicker of kicking asses.
Oh, man.
That last one.
Still going.
I
Still
was
working on it.
looking more for an honorific like Mr. or Sir or Doctor.
Well, I'm not a doctor, although I do know a doc. Pretty cool guy. Terrifying. But no titles really other than master of adventure and chief, treasure hunter.
Well, it's nice to meet another friendly face. Some of the folks around here are a little.
Yeah, somebody spit on you over there.
Oh, that's Baron Scourge. Don't talk to him.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
Andrew, by the way.
Andrew, great to meet you. And he shakes your hand, and you see that he's walking with a very fashionable cane. He looks like his legs are just fine. He's just walking with like a really fashionable cane. Does it have skulls on it? Of course it has skulls on it.
It's got to.
Yeah.
Now, Cody, I gotta say, what are you doing here? It seems like there's quite a, let's say the quality of people in this group is interesting, to say the least. But you seem like a pretty nice guy. You've got a fashionable cane, a very white outfit.
Yes. Well, my father sent me here to represent the Pope Dynasty of rogue traders, and we are looking to find some more victories and other wealth out there in the galaxy. And this seemed like a good opportunity. I'm in charge of the whole Coronis Expanse at the moment.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yes. And I'm looking for, well, I don't want to bore you with
Oh,
with
come
my
on.
life story,
We're
but,
interested. What are you looking for? What doth that heart desire?
It's got to be something juicy.
something to make me better than my two brothers.
Oh, so this is like kind of like who raced to the top of the old dynasty deal?
I shouldn't speak ill of my brothers. I suppose I'm not.
Is this about inheritance?
It is a little bit about inheritance, yes.
I knew it.
Well, listen, Cody. Can I call you Cody?
I suppose so, yes.
Awesome. Cody, listen. I think you're going to be in a great position to... Wait a second. Cody, he's potentially against us for what we're trying to do here?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, Cody, I really believe in what you're going to be able to do here today, and I think if you stand just up towards the very front of that door in case anything comes through, I think you'll be first in position to take advantage
You
of it.
want to be in first in. I mean, it's important. It seems like you may be slightly inexperienced with this kind of thing.
Oh, no, I do want to make it clear. I am extremely experienced. I have been a rogue trader for 70 years.
70 years?
Well, not a true rogue trader. Of course, my father is the current rogue trader, but I work for a rogue trader dynasty. I've been doing this for quite a long time.
Wow, that
you
is...
look fantastic.
Well, the benefits of my position, I suppose.
Well, you definitely have the experience over us, but we've got panache?
The guile.
Ooh, guile and panache.
I will say this, you seem to be, well, I suppose it's mostly because so many people here are not particularly friendly. I would say that you appear to be honorable. You appear to be honorable.
Thanks, Cody.
And I hope that you prove my assessment right, and we might be able to become allies.
Maybe we can. Speaking of which, I mean, it sounds like you might obviously have experience doing weird things like this before. Can you tell us a little bit about what we might expect with this encounter with the witches and all these people? Like, what's the deal?
Well, I've not met the witches myself. I have heard of them. They only do a reading every 100 years or so.
Oh my God, really?
Yes. But word is that they have led people to some fabulous treasure in the past, and I'm hoping that I can find something for, an uncharted world or something like that.
Now, do you think these witches hand out like 10 uncharted worlds or like 10 treasure chests maybe? Or do you think it's one of these deals where we might have to compete against one another?
If it is, may the best man win.
Right. So, Andrew, we're certain none of these people are wearing shoes with shoelaces, right?
I mean, you can look again, but it was very clear that they were not lace crafted shoes.
Okay, that really is my only plan.
I mean, the closest thing is that those boots there that have that's got to be more than 10 buckles. I mean,
so many.
All right. So you are all distracted from the conversation by the sound of a sword being drawn. If you glance over, you see that one of the rogue traders has grabbed the ass of another rogue trader, and she is not particularly happy about it. And she's like pulled a sword on him, and then all of a sudden, before anything happens there, it looks like things are about to break down.
Oh yeah.
The vault door begins to rumble.
I think whatever's going to happen is about to happen.
Wow, they need to put some oil in those doors.
And it just, they open and the two doors slide to the side. It turns out it's actually two doors opening like a Star Trek door.
Oh,
so they don't actually open out or in, they just separate.
Yeah, they separate as they sort of go into the walls.
And really big.
Yes. And you look into a chamber that it's unclear how big it is because it's pitch black inside.
Well, I think the people at the front better just run in there blindly. We're going to stay at the back.
And a couple of folks wander in. The Fester is one of the first in. And you see, as he steps in, a ring of candles lights up around the edges of the room. The room itself is pretty large, but there's just it's not particularly well lit, but there's just a circle of candles that it lights all at once as he steps in.
Is there enough people that go in that we just kind of eventually have to go in ourselves?
You will probably eventually have to go in yourself.
Man, all right.
All right, Jay, after you.
Wait, what? No, I know the rules of this game.
I mean, you're the scout.
All right, arm in arm, we're going to
ahead.
step in at the exact same time. That's the deal.
That's right.
I'll go first.
Wait, oh man, we can't do this without Daniel.
You get a couple of glares from some of the other folks here. You get a couple of chuckles from Abby's entourage. But
those crimey sons of bitches.
Yeah.
And then a platform starts to raise in the middle of the room. It's still very sort of dark and shadowy. You actually notice there's like a little containment, like a clear, it's not plastic, but something that's sort of clear that something is rising up into, a sort of cage of sorts. And as you look at it, it sort of looks like a bizarre mass of like flesh and tentacles in the darkness. But as it rises up, you realize that it's not a mass of just one big thing. there are 6 child-sized beings that are all but have long hair that seems to be all braided together as one, and
Wait,
they have
all their hair is braided into one another?
Yeah, into one another, and they have like a couple of like metal tubes and like weird occult symbols that are all over them that are like also sort of connecting them. And as they rise up, you get a better look at their faces. While they are the size of children, they appear to be like disgusting, hags.
By the Omniscient.
Oh my goodness, that is definitely something.
I mean, I feel like I shouldn't have seen something like this before, but I definitely have seen a lot of this before.
Welcome to our sanctuary. And there are 7 voices that say that, all sounding
All in
slightly
unison?
different. No, they're all in unison, but they're all different voices, like deep and high and raspy and innocent, all sorts of different ones. Many have heard the call, yet few reach the destination. Hush now, you shall have what you have paid for.
Okay.
They join their hands, raise their heads, and look around the chamber, seeming to look deep into the souls of, the 2 of you and presumably everyone else in here.
Andrew, this is that thing that I did that one time, the piercing the veil. They're doing the piercing the veil thing.
I couldn't experience that. I'll just have to take your
It's
word.
cool. Just let it happen. Let the veil piercing happen.
I don't know how to do that.
The temperature in the room has dropped. The candles are beginning to flicker.
Okay, this isn't like what I did before. This feels very different.
We who are more than man, beyond the emperor, and unknown to all gods shall speak. You who are born of flesh and beholden of dirt shall heed our words and heed them well. We are that which stings the outstretched hand, the cry that defies love. We are known and unknown, standing before you, yet so far distant that you will never reach us.
Huh.
And they open their mouths all at one and begin to moan. Like each of them begins a sort of almost melodic, but also incredibly unsettling, just tone engulfs the room.
Andrew, we've been in a lot of weird scenarios, and sometimes, you have that out-of-body experience where you're like, why the fuck are we doing this?
I the more I realize that we're in these situations, the more that I realize that we don't ever learn from our past
We really don't.
times. I'm not even going to call it adventures. Times.
You see that one person has vomited, has buckled over and is vomited on the floor as this sound is continuing to rise. And as it reaches its crescendo, it creates some sort of impossible chord as reality collapses around you, and you are cast into a world of pain. You have found yourself in a waking nightmare. You may try to escape this nightmare or see what it has in store for you.
Andrew! Can you hear me?
What is going on?
I'm feeling pretty shitty. I don't know how you feel over there.
I don't know how to describe what I'm feeling.
Where the fuck are we? God, my back feels like it's a fucking slinky.
I don't know what that means.
I got like this, like really deep, unsettling feeling in my feet, and I feel like I want to swim towards it.
Yeah, I feel like if I go that way and I just point in a random direction that Jay can't see, that's the way.
Right? Yeah. There's that old phrase. What is it? If you're going through hell, swim downward. So here I go, just swimming down. So I'm just gonna move towards, I guess, through the pain.
Yeah, you're in a sea of boiling energy and like liquid pain. You are inside liquid pain, it feels, as you...
You know what this is, baby? Liquid pain.
It's like physical raw nightmare is engulfing you, and you see shapes of like leering faces and screaming mouths as you descend deeper and deeper into the dark.
Just keep swimming.
And the mournful wailing is so unbearably loud you can't even form a coherent thought.
I immediately activate my binaric brain, and I'm just like, oh, that's so much better. Why was there a 3 in there? There can't be 3s in there. Why are there 2s in there?
And all of a sudden, the voices are no longer sounding discordant. They seemed to fade away, and then you heard them again as you went deeper and deeper. But they're coming together to create something beautiful. You feel like you're hearing something beyond what mortal ears can hear, even Eldari ears beyond them, though you're not particularly equipped, you're not experienced with Eldari senses so much. But,
I feel like I'm good sometimes.
and you feel in your mind, you see a raging incandescent nebula, and you feel a time and a place, and you see it. You know what you are seeing is somewhere in the galaxy, and you feel that you see all of it. There's a storm in the depths of the Coronis expanse. You watch it, or are you remembering it? Have you always known it? No, there is a storm, but the storm begins to recede to reveal a glistening, glittering gemstone against the black veil of space. You're consumed by a desire that you have to own this perfect gem, for you know that with utter certainty that if you were to touch it, it would keep you safe from the roiling mass of souls and darkness surrounding it. And then it fades. But you know you have to own it. You have to have it. And then without warning, you are awake again.
Oh!
Oh God!
Oh my God! I think I pooped a table.
There were so many 2s and 3s, Jay. 2s and 3s.
What? What are you talking about? Why am I sweating? Oh my God! I'm sweating so much. Oh my God!
Each of you needs to add a corruption point.
Well, poop.
Well, I asked if you wanted to resist.
I'm up to 2 corruption now.
I just got my first corruption.
Well,
And-
whoop-de-doo.
What did you guys see?
Well,
I was just sitting here quietly. Did you? I mean, I know I normally narrate everything for you, but I didn't see anything.
Well, there was pain, and we swam deeper. It was like you were there, but like
yeah,
you weren't.
were there too. And no, Dan, you weren't there, but there were so many angry faces everywhere.
You know, I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound really weird, Jay.
Okay.
But you were an Eldari. You were like you.
Wait, I looked like me in there?
You looked like you.
Huh.
But I only looked for a second because you weren't wearing pants.
Huh. Sorry about that.
I don't think I was wearing pants. Also, I had a regular leg.
That's right, you did. I saw that.
Like, it was regular. Like, I didn't have, like, the thin skin. There was no robot part. It was like me.
Wait, do you think we, like, left our bodies briefly?
I don't know, maybe. But I feel like an insatiable urge to look at a star map right now.
So do I. Hold on, I know that. Did you see a nebula?
Yeah, it was like, and there was like a big gem. And I needed to have
It's not a gem.
Oh my God, we're still in this room. I forgot for a moment.
It's a pearl. A pretty, dread pearl. And the laughter in 7 different forms of laughter seemed to echo around the chamber
man.
as the witches descend down. And
I love
everyone,
that that's their laugh.
Yeah.
Like, goodbye. Okay, well
And
then.
all the other people in here are like sort of talking to themselves. They were doing what you were doing. They had sort of forgotten where they were and were sort of talking to each other, or the few that came alone were just seemed to be lost in their own thoughts.
You know, those witches, they're really like selling it. Like, they're going hard.
Yeah, I mean, they really leaned into the whole witch bit. I think it's possible if I know it.
You look back, and I've already like gone over to a corner, and I'm like starting to like rifle through the star map.
And you see, as the witches descend, the doors open. At some point, the doors had closed. You don't know when that happened. The doors had closed, sealing you in this
Man,
chamber.
they're really
but,
dedicated to that ambience.
But the doors open, And all of the traders and other winners in here are just sort of looking around at each other, sort of inching towards the door a little bit.
I've already started pacing towards the door, not even paying attention to them. Like, I know I saw that somewhere.
Oh, man, if only there was some way to distract all these people. Daniel, hitting the fire extinguisher button!
And there's just like a huge mass of everybody running towards the shuttle bay, trying to get to their ships as quickly as possible.
Andrew and I run out the front like cartoon style, like just a gust of fire extinguisher behind us.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
scramble out of there.
I didn't run initially until you ran past me and said my name because I was still deep in the thing.
Just basically, Andrew, we gotta get out of here!
oh shit!
It's a mad world going on as everyone is rushing to find this treasure.
So we just sprint out of the front of this vault and out the door, and
You get to the shuttle. Guybrush sticks his head out and says, "What happened, guys? Was it a good?"
Guybrush, we gotta go. I shit maybe a table. His brain is all screwed up, and there's a gem, and we gotta go.
I want to point out that as we were running to the shuttles, I put out like 5 vials of unguents and I just threw them onto the floor as like a fucking wet trap.
Nice.
And
As we know in the 40K universe, one of the most dangerous things, even to Space Marines,
Is slippery floors.
Is slippery floors.
yeah, slippery floors are extremely deadly. And you see this guy who's dressed like an admiral, and he is just he's walking maybe the slowest of all of them. He's like sort of like got a sort of stern walk as he's walking forward, but walking very quickly, and he slips all over them and falls on his face, and he starts swearing at you.
Now I know we're in a rush, but let's wait just one more moment. Does he like slip and fall again?
He starts to stand up and wipe himself off. Fools, don't they know who I... And then he falls back up.
Yeah, that was worth it. All right, now let's get out of here.
Worth all of that recording.
Okay, Daniel, I'm going to shut you down as we get back on here on the shuttle, but Guybrush, take us back to the ship. We've got a gemstone to get.
Yep,
Okay.
and I'll be uploading this to the Voxnet right now.
All right, Daniel, shutting you down.
Thanks for listening to this grimdark tale and this adventure's finale. It's looking like the race is on to locate this precious stone. Will they get there first? Tune in next time to find out. As we've said at the top of the episode, our Patreon is a great way for you to support the show. And I'd just like to take a few moments here to shout out some of our incredible patrons. Now, you might hear your name pronounced slightly differently, but keep in mind, I am an ordained imperial scribe. Maybe you were just saying it wrong, Also, there's a bunch of you, so if you don't hear your name here, don't worry. It'll probably be coming in a future episode. And so, extra special thanks to Aaron Henley, you're so great. Andrew Dillon, thank you so much. Ben Smythe, thank you for your contributions. Bo Biggins, thank you, good sir, for such generosity. Brian Gallagher, you're one above many. Christopher Savaldson, you are truly spectacular. Thank you. Cody Travis, I cannot thank you enough. You are quite great. Desquire, thank you so much. Words cannot describe my overwhelming joy. David Hillstrom, you are truly a great human being. Or Xenos? I don't judge. Doug Taylor, thank you so much. You are truly wonderful. And that's all the patrons for now, but of course, many more to come. Many thanks to give. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a servo skull and helping these two as Game Master. And if you've enjoyed this episode, why not leave us a rating and review on iTunes? It would be most appreciated. Our theme song was composed by Kyle Fryer. You can check out his music on SoundCloud. Music in this episode was produced by Kevin MacLeod of Incomptech.com. You can find the track listing and credits in the show notes. Are you interested in more episodes of Wrath and Story? And I don't mean what we have here on our regular feed. I'm talking about secret episodes. I'm talking about bonus adventures. Well, for more content and these bonus episodes, check out our Patreon. Every pledge helps to support the show and unlock new and exciting opportunities. You can check out other similar podcasts on partialarc.com, such as Roll to Seize, a podcast all about the wargame Warhammer 40k and its universe. You can tune into Roll to Seize every final Wednesday of the month. And if you're looking for another actual play podcast with plenty of humor and adventure, check out Friday Night Quests, a podcast much like Wrath and Story, but set in a fantastical and equally hilarious world of Dungeons and Dragons. There you may recognize the familiar voice of Jay Jones, and occasionally you'll hear Andrew and Daniel drop by the show as well, along with many more ridiculous and wonderful characters. Definitely check it out. Of course, you can always follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Arc. And if you have any questions for Daniel and the boys, send them an email at wrathandstory@gmail.com. That's with the "and" spelled out. We may even answer them on one of our next episodes, so stay tuned. Until next time, goodbye.